these listings has multiple color and size variations. Sometimes we need to create such variations listing on Amazon, and many sellers find it very complicated. But honestly speaking, it's easy if you go through the proper procedure. Now to create variation, the first thing you need to do to go to the Seller Central. Well, just keep in mind, there are many ways you can create variation listing on Amazon. Like you can do it manually or by using a feed file and even with a variation wizard. And I'm going to show you all the process step by step. First, let's talk about how we can do it manually. Our product is business card and it comes in 6 colors and with 2 styles, gloss and matte. So the first step is to list the product. For that, go to the catalog and then click add product. Since we are creating a new listing, we will enter the title of our listing here and click on submit. Click on create new listing. Again, give your item name here and add product type. When we list product as a variation, we need to understand a few things like what is the parent and child. The parent is the main listing that holds all variation together, but each child is an individual variation like different color or size under the main product. The parent itself isn't a physical item for sale, it's just there to organize the variation. If you were to remove the parent link from the child item, each child would become its own separate listing. Well, now we are going to list this as a parent because under it we are going to add variations. So we need to fill brand name. Now if our item didn't have variation, we would enter our UPC code here, but since we are creating a variation listing, we will just check this box. Now from here we need to select attribute like size, color, style, etc. In our case we need to select color and style. So go ahead and click on it. Alright, but we can select style here because as you can see it's written right here that this attribute cannot be used in addition to other attributes. But I need both color and style. So here is what I am doing. I am selecting color and size instead. I am using the size attribute as the style attribute manually. You will see it later. So we select size and color, then click on next. Here is the description section where we add the product details and bullet points. 5 is the standard. Next, we upload the main image for the parent listing, fill out the product details. Well, I am skipping through this part quickly. Now, this is the variation page where we add variations. We selected size and color. So now you can see that 2 boxes have been created for these 2 attributes. First, add colors. In the size section, since we can select the style attribute, we are using size for style instead. For us, the styles are gloss and matte. Since there only one size available, so I am mentioning one size. However, based on this attribute, a child scenes are created like black gloss, blue gloss, gold gloss, black matte, blue matte, and gold matte. Now fill in the contribution SKU, external ID, ID type, and images for each variation. Set the condition to new and enter the price and quantity as well. Alright, that's done. We have added the variations, but there is still a bit more to do. Since we are creating a brand new listing with variations, we need to finish up the remaining steps. This part is just like how we normally created a new listing, so I'm gonna fast forward through it. Alright, when done, click on submit. Now let's talk about listing variation with a feed file. First we need to download the template. We started by going to catalog in the Seller Central menu, then click on add product via upload. Next, we click download a template. To download it, we just take a few simple steps. First, uncheck select the store where we want to create the offer. Then choose our category, which is pants. Once we search for it, the category appears. Under this, there are a few subcategories. We select only the one we need. Then click continue. If you are not sure about the specific category for your product, here is a trick you can try. Go to Amazon, search for your product and check out the search result. Look at the top competitors listing to get an idea of what categories they have added. Now we finalize the category selection. We are not using the new beta version, so turn that off. Finally, click generate spreadsheet and our template is ready to download. Now let's open the sheet. I have already added the sheet, so let me break down what have I done. First, I start with the product type, which is in this case pants. enter the seller SKU starting with the parent SKU and then child SKUs. Next, add the brand name and product name, followed by the product ID, which is UPC for me. Now here are the top priorities to keep in mind. For child variation, I add a size class and size value. No need to fill parent row here. Add the main image URL in the parent row and below that include images for each child listing. Now an important part, the variation segment. In this percentage column, the first entry is parent and the rest are the child. Enter the child SKUs and in the relation column add variation for each child SKU, leaving the parent row blank. For the variation theme, I use size. Next, add product features. In the color column, enter the color black. Leave the parent field empty since the parent isn't a physical item. Enter sizes in the size column. Since the listing is primarily for size variation. Moving to the fulfillment channel, I set it default and then add the quantity and price. Alright, now save the file. We need to upload this on the system. For that, go to the page from where you download the sheet and then click on upload spreadsheet. Upload the file from your computer. It will take a while. After that, click submit and our variation listing is done. Alright, we have made a new listing with variations. But what if we want to add a new variation to an existing listing? No need to create a new one. We can do it easily with Variation Wizard. From the Seller Central menu, hover over Catalog and click on Add Product. On this page, select Create Variation using Variation Wizard. Since I am adding a variation to an existing item, I choose the first option here. Next, search for my product by entering the ASIN. Here is my item, so click on Add Variation at the bottom. Here a child listing appears where I enter the SKU, product name, external ID and ID type just like I did before. For the color name, let's say I am adding pink this time. Add the condition, set the quantity and price and then click Save. Now click on Generate Template and a template will be generated. Now we can see this from here. Simply click on Download. So we can add variation from this feed file. I can do any necessary changes here, add image URLs. So this way we can add new child listing here, save that, and we need to upload this on Amazon. We can also do it manually by clicking Edit Listing. From here, go to Variation tab, add new attributes, and a new box will appear for the new listing. Now, just like before, you can add the product name, ID, condition, image, price, quantity, and then click Save and Finish. We have already seen this part, so I know you got it right. And that's it. You have successfully uploaded your variation. Nice and easy. If you still have any confusion, just email us at info@ecomclips.com. We are an e-commerce agency with more than 12 years of experience. Till now, we have launched and have been managing more than thousands of Amazon choices and bestseller rank products. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share. If you have any question, drop them in the comment below. Thanks for watching and I will catch you in the next video. Bye bye.